Wow. Wow. And it looks like the Retribution is finally no more. When I say finally, it's kind of a little bit disappointing. It had so much potential, and then it just kind of fizzled away. So, what went wrong with Retribution? And it looks like, Retribution is over after they attacked Mustafa Ali. And it looks even like a part of whatever is left of Retribution is going their own way. A couple of things where this went wrong. As far as the actual presentation, the camera angle of when you seen Retribution, the chaos, the kind of all of the black and white, the chaos. They're out there in the chaos and the destruction. At first, it was efficient. You had these guys and girls in masks. They would attack, but then the problem began. They would not. They were against the WWE, their system. They didn't like the WWE system. And then, they would only attack on Monday Night Raw. They couldn't go to SmackDown. Weren't on SmackDown. They weren't on Raw Underground, which at that point made you think that maybe Shane McMahon was the leader, and that would kind of culminate into a Survivor Series type of matchup. That never happened either. So that kind of turned things down a notch as far as Retribution went. They were not able to attack everyone. They didn't attack everyone, and we were to take them as a threat. But yet, they only attacked on Raw. And then the leader was revealed. The leader, no, wasn't Shane McMahon. Wasn't maybe a new signing that we're familiar, brought out from the inside into the from the outside into the inside to join the company. It wasn't a big name to bring any credibility. It was a guy, rather, who we were not familiar with. Well, we were to a degree. But the name was Mustafa Ali. Now, Mustafa Ali is now all of a sudden a bad guy. Just there to kind of kick and destroy and kick ass, take names. But Mustafa Ali was hardly on television prior to this, and we hardly knew him. Why should we even have any sort of connection to him? Why not try to build up the character first? Before, Mustafa Ali was made the leader of Retribution. Character was never built up. And, you know, I think he would have been a little bit more better suited had it been for a character as being the guy that he was supposed to be prior, the leaker of information, not the leader of faction that you're trying to build up as heel. There was nothing that's physically intimidating about Mustafa Ali, and really there is nothing that Mustafa Ali did that was, or at least that kind of made him stick out as a heel. He's not physically intimidating. He's not gonna get you scared. Heck, he's probably even laughing and smiling more than he should. Doesn't have a demeanor on him that means business. And to kind of put things even in perspective, they never won. They would always lose. And when you always lose, how are the fans supposed to take you seriously? And they would always, not only did they lose at times, they would also be embarrassed in the process. You have masked wrestlers representing Retribution in the ring. Grunts and moans only go a certain way, but you're not able to see emotion on the face. You're not able to see scared. You're not able to look at their eyes and look at a blank stare and be scared and be frightened. You have none of that. You can't see any of that. They're wearing masks. And even when they were wearing masks, was it really that scary of a mask? One dude looked like a hockey goalie mask. You remember those old school masks. And it never worked. Just kind of seemed doomed from the very beginning. The premise seemed promising, although it's been a premise that's been rehashed numerous of times. You know, NWO maybe not even something. Nexus, kind of a same storyline. Nexus, just rehashed into Retribution. And then for an organization that does not need anybody, you know, it's kind of this secret society. They would continue. Oh, they look desperate in a sense, trying to constantly recruit Cedric Alexander, who said, "Listen, if I win, you no longer face me." And they agreed to that. They agreed, and they still lost in Retribution. So they constantly trying to get people to join their organization when they don't want any part of it, and they can't take no for an answer, and it's almost pathetic. They're wrestling them, hoping that they say yes to joining, and wins and losses don't matter for whoever. You know, for Ricochet, he could still be beaten. He's still not coming back. Still not joining the group. It does not matter. It does not matter. But yet, Retribution, they really want this Ricochet. No matter how hard they try, Ricochet does not want to come on board. And it makes them look bad. And there we are in a roundabout way as to what happened. A group that had so much promise, or you at least on paper, kind of thought that it had potential, it had legs, is now no longer, it looks like it's dead. Well, you know, it might come back in some way or form. Maybe it's not over yet. But by all intents and purposes, it looked like it's a done deal, and it pretty much has failed miserably, horribly. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.